It's time to decorate for Halloween. In a recent video, I did my fall decorations, and the way I do my Halloween decorations is I basically just kind of add some Halloween touches with my fall decoration so I don't have to like take everything down and put it all back. And for the occasion, I have my Halloween skirt that I made a few years ago out of some fabric. I struggle a little bit with Halloween decorations because I like to have my house have this like witchy Victorian kind of vibe all the time. So adding Halloween to that is hard to kind of like incorporate it in a way that like fits my mood that I have in my house already. And this is my first time decorating this space for Halloween. So I have way more space, like I've talked about in many videos at this point. I just have way more space now to decorate than I had before. So it's some experimenting and trying to add touches of Halloween here and there and give it like a spooky vibe, but not go too over the top and not have it look like I don't want my house to look like a haunted house necessarily. And I'm trying to figure out the line between like spooky and too gory. For example, I found this um, like little pedestal kind of glass thing, and then this cloche, separate pieces at the thrift store. They happen to go together perfectly in a way that makes me feel like they were meant to go together, and then they just priced them separately because even the cashier thought like these were meant to go together. And I had this vision of filling this with ping pong balls that were made up to look like fake eyeballs. And I thought, is that too gory? Like, is that too far? So, long story short, I'm trying to find my Halloween vibe in this house, and I have some ideas and ways to kind of get my Halloween vibe into my current fall decor. So, and first, I want to show you what I mean by like my witchy vibe. I'll show you my office and what I currently have set up in there to kind of have. This is what I have year round, which makes it a little harder to decorate for Halloween because I feel like I try to always have like a spooky vibe. And I'm holding this thing like with my little circle skirt. Um, I feel like a spooky 50s housewife. A little close up of my skirt. So I got this fabric from Joann's a few years ago. It has cats, ravens with little witches hats, trees with birds in it, bats, spiders, and it's not really. It's kind of has like a little bit of a sheen to it, and I think it just catches the light really nicely. And I adore this fabric. After I made the circle skirt, I used the rest to make a pillow, which I use the rest to make a pillow, which I use in my sewing room all year round because I just like the fabric that much and I want to have it all the time, even though it has like that Halloween witchy vibe. Exhibit A is my office slash craft room slash closet. I decorated this room to be my sanctuary so I would enjoy looking at all my knickknacks and pictures during my workday. Every time I come in here, it just makes me happy. I have my plants, which I am looking for what my next plant is going to be in that spot. I have my little curio cabinets, which currently don't have a ton of knickknacks in there, but things that are really special to me. My bookcase, which has a lot of knickknacks, my wax seal set, and my ink for my fountain pens, my Edgar Allan Poe book, and my little skull that is out year round. And then I actually put my favorite items, like wall items, in this little corner because it's what I look at when I'm working all day. So these pictures, that flower picture is actually a card. I think it was a birthday card, and I just love the art style so much. The snake was a little wood piece from Joann's that I painted, and then all just my little, and then these plants, which are doing also really well. So this is my little witchy sanctuary, and I want it to look like a witch's cottage all the time. So this is one of the reasons why Halloween is a little hard to decorate for, because it's like I'm going over the top for something that I want to have year round. This was my first project for Halloween. This is not by any means a original idea for some Halloween decorations. And I think typically I see the bat thing like coming out of a fireplace, and I thought that was a little bit too on the nose. So I wanted to make it look like this, like the bats are coming from behind my hutch right here. And I got these off Amazon. But I thought I took a time lapse video of me putting these on the walls. And when I went over to like check it, it was not recording at all. So unfortunately, you have to see the finished product. What I like about these is they have like little folds where you can bend the wings up to look like they're in flight. So I have some that are flat and some that are bent to give a little bit more texture. And then I put a few on the window, or not the window, the mirror also. So this makes me happy every time I see it. Super basic, but I think it's really cute, and it's going to add a lot to what I want to do in the dining room overall. I also added a few bats to above the fireplace, not like the swarm out of the fireplace, but just a few to add like that little touch in here. But I ran out of bats, so the first thing I want to do craft wise is make more bats, because I think I need another one here. I also want to add some bats in the windows so we get that silhouette during the daytime, and then you can actually see them from the outside too. I think that'd be really cute. So that's the first thing I want to work on project wise. Next thing that I have that I've never actually used before is fake spider webs. I am fundamentally against this for outside because birds and other wildlife get tangled up in it and it's not great for the environment. However, I do not intend on using this outside. I just want to like put it around the house to complement my existing cobwebs, to give it like a little bit more of a spooky vibe. I saw this on, I believe Crystal Meeker has some videos where she uses the fake spider webs around the inside of her house, and I thought it was really cute, so I wanted to give it a try myself. And this pack also came with like the fake spiders, which I think is super cute, but I think that might trigger my family. So we'll see if I actually use this for, use the fake spiders. Oh, this is so interesting. Like texture wise, I don't know if I like this. It's gonna be like microfiber cloth where when you touch it, you just like get the heebie-jeebies. So I'm trying to get the fake spiders out first so I can actually like stretch this out. We went to a restaurant for lunch today, like in town near where we live, and they had the fake spider webs inside decorating, and so every time I see them, I'm like trying to like look and get ideas for like how to actually do this in a way that looks cool. Okay. All right. So basically, it just looks like I need to, like it's catching on my hangnails. That's horror right there. Oh, it's like a sheet. Okay. Well, I'm definitely gonna like pull this apart. Like it's like it's folded, but I can't get into the fold. All right. I have to cut it. Oh, no, it's coming apart. Okay. Is it? Okay, I think I might be messing this up. Maybe I just need to cut it. I don't want to have like flat, like, okay, there we go. This is one of my Pride and Joy decorations because I made it. And this is like the second iteration of it. So the raven and the skull, like wood thing, are like, it was like a little wooden decoration from Joann's. And that crinkling is Jupiter getting in the bag that this was in. I painted it in 2021, I think, 2022, something like that. And I'm very proud. It's probably hard to tell, and like it's kind of dark, but I painted it, and I am very proud of the paint job I did because I think it adds like some depth to it. And then originally this was in a cloche, like a glass cloche, and I had the raven and the skull on top of like a mound, like that I had put like fake flowers and stuff in, which arguably looked really cool, and that like I was always tempted to keep it up year round, but I wanted to use that clothes for something else year round. So then I found this little bird cage thingy from Target in like the little $5 section, and then I added the like clay bottom and the rocks and the moss to make it look more like the ground, and like it needed a little bit more height for like for the raven to not stick up. So I love this. I think it's super cute. It adds that just little bit of like macabre, but Like, it's very simple. So I've been looking forward to putting this out because I made it last year, the year before, and then last year I couldn't put out anything. So this is my first time like really being able to put it out and enjoy it since I made it, I'm pretty sure. And I think have it like being packed away, like some of this has chipped a little bit, but I think it's fine. Like I think it'll be okay. And I could always add more moss if I felt like it needed a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited to put this one out. It's finished. This is the first time I've done such an elaborate scene or setup for Halloween. As I've mentioned many times in other videos, I never really had as much space to decorate, so this is the first time I've had like a really good space for decorating. And I wanted this year, what I was leaning towards was having the elegance of a more formal dining room setup, but with like the macabre element, so like the eyeballs and things like that. I mentioned earlier in the video that I had an idea for eyeballs and I wasn't sure which way to go, and so this is the direction that I went in. But I just like that juxtaposition of the macabre with the elegant. So something that I think I was like trying to channel Haunted Mansion kind of vibes. This was so much fun, and now I don't want to take this down, even though we eat at this table every day, like for every meal, so this is not practical. But I just wanted to set it up for good fun, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching if you made it this far in the video. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to help it reach other people who might also enjoy it. And I will see you next time, and happy spooky season.